inside. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you, organization, Cornelia, Sophia. Thank you for inviting me, bringing me here, and providing me with experiences. Because today, when I opened my curtains, I really felt all. I saw the mountains. I did not see them yesterday when I arrived. And when you walk with the mountains, it's really, a nice experience. Being here in a beautiful theater, wow. To me, so here you see the building where I work, and to provide you a bit of context before I get into the topic. And we are one of the labs who are doing this research for already a long time. And our first study was in 1999. It was the MDMA study. I joined the lab 4 years later, and I started off with MDMA studies, and then we also included classical psychedelics after a couple of years. So today I will be talking about one of our research lines. It's not the only one that we have. And it's also nice to come after the first speaker who was talking about, and also the person with experience talking about the altered states of consciousness. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about microdosing and psychedelics. These are my disclosures, and I will be mentioning one of the studies we conducted that was financed by a pharmaceutical company, and I'm scientific advisor to Cornell Health as well. So first of all, what are psychedelics? And this is a slide I always show, because this is what people use. You see here on the left-hand side the magic mushrooms. The mushrooms contain psilocybin. And you also see that there's parts underground that are truffles. And the funny thing is that everything what is above ground is illegal in the Netherlands. Everything what is underground is legal. So people can just buy the truffles and use them. And on the other side you see a tab that is sprayed with LSD. And these things are to show you that we are not using this in the lab. We are using synthetic compounds, just color or a formulation. We cannot use these things. Even when truffles are legal in the Netherlands, we cannot use them in controlled labs. So, I told you I will talk about microdosing, but what is microdosing? It is taking 1/10 to 1/20 of a regular dose of a psychedelic. So that would be LSD in 10 to 20 micrograms and psilocybin in 1 to 3 milligrams, 5 milligrams. There is, I think, not the right answer to it. Or for some other psychedelic, we're also running a naturalistic study where people use tiny doses of ayahuasca, also use tiny doses of ibogaine. So what you do, you take this repeatedly for a period. You want to improve certain aspects of life, and you don't want to have the hallucinogenic or mind-altering effects. What I can tell you is when you take 20 micrograms of LSD, you will have perceptual effects. When you take 5 milligrams of psilocybin, you will notice it. So there is that discussion, can you call this a microdose or can you call this microdosing? And frankly, I don't care that much. It is really about, I think, finding the right dose that does not interfere too much with life and lose certain aspects. How can we do it? Here to see one of the schedules that is being used. This is called the Feynman schedule. James Feynman is a researcher who came up with this research protocol. He says you can take a small dose of day 1, experience the acute effects, then you go to day 2, you experience the subacute effects, you go to day 3, so kept taking a substance, and then you on day 3 you're back to baseline. And then you can self-evaluate, does that dose do something for me or not, and then you continue with taking your next dose. What I'm showing here on the slide is LSD. How can you microdose with LSD? You take your ball and you take your tap and cut it into small pieces. It's not pretty accurate technique, but And also a nice detail, we have an institute in the Netherlands called Trimmos Institute, and they analyze blood caper, and they showed that in the middle of the caper we have really LSD and good concentrations, but at the sites of blood herb we have it in lesser concentration. So if you would cup up the tap, it might be that you're taking a placebo. I already went to why I touched it. Not those. Did I believe? Sorry, did I touch something? Like, I wanted to show me this also. So here you see LSD. What you can also do is put your tap into water and then take a switch and say you want to microdose. What I want to show you here is how truffles are sold in the Netherlands. This is how you can microdose. You know that you have to take this on the day that you want to. It looks really medical, but it's not a medicine yet. And that's sometimes very seen. People can get the impression, oh, it's safe to use, and while I'm using it, I have... But that's all these. And here you see other examples of how they sell it on the internet. This is one LSD. Here you see a blower. Here you have the solvent in this, the syringe, psilocin, and here you even have the bread from buying to prepare or LSD for microdose. But I was already benefit of this lies you already commitments that on them. So what I find interesting is when you go on the internet, you find taste like this. It asks you, are you a beginner to microdose? If you say yes, then you have to answer the question, do you want to take it for ADHD? If you say yes, then it states take a microdose and more. But if you take the other route, let's say that you're a long beginner, we want to improve certain aspects, yes, you take a stand protocol. And that is surely stats is also somebody in the psychedelic, he's got a lot in the psychedelic space. So it says, you take the microdose 4 days in a row, and then we'll have some days off, 3 days off. And it was also, with how it says, to spec, so spec it with other, how do you say it, boxamidazole fungi, with fungi with properties like enzyme or lichidin. But what I was to say is here, the foundation of these fungi, they investigated this, it was preclinical research, so it was not investigated in humans. What the point I want to make clear is, this is full endpoint. It's not backed by science. So people might see this, but think, okay, this is true evidence, and I will know it is. So I'm going to show you here. I was showing what we are doing. So, like I said, we do visual lab studies, but what we also do is do survey studies. And what we did years ago is ask people, do you microdose, why do you take it, and do you also self-medicate? And long story short, people do self-medicate with microdoses, and I was asked them whether they find it more beneficial, and they measure meditation, they said yes. So what we found out was an equal microdose 40 weeks. We thought that was interesting. So we did a follow-up study. I'm going to talk to you and I'm going to talk about this today. But what we also did in Wetland was we wanted to do a clinical trial for a clinical study with microdosing. But then we were thinking, what is a microdose? 110 to 120 stuff is. So we started off with the dose finding study within subjects. So we included, I think, 24 participants, and they've all got a placebo, 5, 10, and 20 micrograms of LSD, just to know where the tipping point was. We tested that, and the conclusion was the dose that best worked was the 20 micrograms of LSD. That also induced some conceptual effects in people. Like we had apparently we had in Tor when Tidmore, and they saw, and then they started moving. So the other is the love what you want when you want to have prescribedness for ADHD in the future, but it was the dose with the most effects. It has improving attention effects in some of the people. We can also reduce the pain sensitivity. So what we then thought is we're going to do triple microdosing style. We're going to give them repeatedly, and we did some daily microdoses for 2 weeks for microdoses. But we thought the 20 was too much. The 10 was too yield. Let's go with 50. We're now working on all the data, and what we show is that there are most alarming effects on subjective measures or computer tests, but we showed that after 2 weeks with microdosing, there are persisting effects on the gene signal 4 days after we stop with your microdosing, and shows that it is stimulating effect. We just published this in Translation Psychiatry, so it was under. We continued with the clinical trials together with Basel University, where we and patients with ADHD. For my area, with media times was a bit more about that in my way slides. So I'm going to try to speed up a bit. I'm going to talk to you about this kind of poetry. We did a naturalistic study. What does it mean? We asked people, and this is the advertisement in Dutch. So we asked people, do you have ADHD or do you think you have ADHD and are intending to microdose? Please participate in our study. So we followed them for 4 weeks. Here you see in week 0, week 2, week 4. So week 0 was our baseline assessment. We gave them a lot of questionnaires as our computer tasks. I'm trying to a bit, it's and what did we test? Like emotion regulation, empathy. We had mindfulness and personality questionnaire, and we also assessed their ADHD symptoms. I'll go to the next one. And as always, in naturalistic study, we start off from very large sample. We've seen it here with more than, this is the baseline, more than 200 people. But a lot of weight, so week 2 we only have 66 left, and it's 4 weeks it's 47. That's always the case. We don't know why they drop out. And if it's here, you see some characteristics of the sample. It makes me very happy to see that we have also a lot of females in units, and this might be interesting to you. That we had when we do clinical trial, we don't have people with a lot of comorbidities. And this is what I really liked. We had the ADHD person, the one with comorbidities, with substance use disorder or depression or anxiety. What you don't have, and it's in trial. So when they take, most of them took psilocybin, and some of them took ammonite. And what is also interesting that along the way, 3 people switched and told me whether they thought it was not artificial LSD or whether they could not buy it anymore. So that is data we don't. What we showed is this. So that's their ADHD symptoms, and there you see in the graph the 0, 2, and 4 means, and their ADHD symptoms. This line means clinically elevated symptoms, and you see that they started off here and they went underneath the clinical threshold. And in this graph, we have 2 groups. So in our full sample, we also had people that combined their microdose with our conventional medication, and that is this one. So you see that there is a difference in effect, and it is slowed down, but we don't know why. We also must attribute this to comorbidities. So we did not include a control group, and that is when submitted the paper to a journal. That was one of the remarks. So we said, okay, so the next study, and we asked people to take conventional medication to just do the same with the people that on microdose. And this is that the treatment as usual is dotted line in the C. Individuals could take. It was most of the time methylphenidate, they say safe and stable, their symptoms. But you also see that it's still above the clinical threshold. you see that our microdoses are above, scoring higher on symptoms, but decrease more. This something I'm going to skip. It's about well-being. Well-being improves in our sample of microdosers. Something really important, and we're going to focus on that in the next study now, is that their emotion regulation improves. You have several aspects of emotion regulation. This is this is a reappraisal. This is emotion and expressive suppression. And they improved on that aspect. So it is about that they're more able to share their emotions. This is a short summary, although it's necessary just to show that ADHD symptoms increased in our sample after 2 weeks, more after 4 weeks. Well-being, increased emotional regulation, positive effects, and also mindfulness and personality. We have effects on these measures. But of course, it was a naturalistic study, a spectral study, because it's limitations and strengths. Like we told you, we have had a large dropout, one control group, a self-selected group that are people that are already willing to engage in microdosing and perhaps think with those as benefits. We used validated questionnaires. We were able to draw causal relationships because we assessed them at baseline, and then it is our microdosing. And it also has methodological utility. Something what I like, and this is that people take the drug that they want, they use the schedule that they want, they take it in their moment, whereas we don't have that way. Clinical trial like this. So I'm not going into detail, we're still analyzing the results. Matthias 80 was presented later, and it just passed submitted the first paper, and basically, this is something, what we found was both the placebo group and the LSD group improved. So in this study, we gave participants 6 weeks of microdosing, 20 micrograms of LSD, 8 patients. So here, this study shows that if you take placebo or if you take LSD, missing preserve symptoms. So now you could just follow the question, but what about the naturalistic study? Is it all expectancy? I don't think so. So we are doing, we will start to another study, another clinical trial, 100 engaged patients, where we will assess brain surgery and imaging. We will assess their genetics just to understand whether there are responders and low responders to microdosing, because we showed in previous studies that it has to do with how they perform in baseline. Another study showed that too. So let's see within 4 years what we find like that. This is very short to show in that all the work has been done up to this in all these clinical healthy volunteers. Mostly it's talking about the cure effects of the drug, so they give something, they give LSD, and then they test for those truly, but we also want to know whether it is still there, the effect when you don't take the substance, and that is what we showed as in some videos and stuff, and that we still have effects on the EEG level. It's overall safe, and I'm not going into detail about this. And anything to know is that there are also trials running that investigate the effects of microdosing in patients with mood disorders in Canada and in Australia. If you want to look more into it, I think it's always nice to look at case studies. So there's one case study, a person was self-microdosing, and it's shown here that the psychiatrist follows up with was in pressure range scale, and then you see how it increased in depression maybe. Another case study, I'll go into detail. This is my last slide, where I want to show that we still do not know a lot. We still have to investigate a lot. We need to know whether the effects are persistent, whether we develop a biological tolerance if you microdose. We need to know what working mechanism is, whether there should be therapy alongside. I don't think so. whether there are personal factors that influence the effects, and also we should follow patients to know whether it's real state microdosing. These are my key references. This is the research beam and the research that is taking place here now, and that is my timer, and I was thank you for your attention.